You are listening to the Horse Radio Network, part of the Equine Network family.
Welcome to the Dressage Today podcast's Training Buzz. These short podcasts bring you the best tips straight from our subscription video site, Dressage Today On Demand. To get full access to all our videos, go to ondemand.dressagetoday.com and enter promo code DTPodcast to save 15% off your subscription. Now, listen in on this week's buzz and enjoy the ride. Today's Training Buzz is sponsored by Cosequin. Cosequin ASU joint and hoof pellets contain quality ingredients to support joint and hoof health and leave out the fillers molasses and alfalfa, all while delivering the taste horses love. The colors of their ingredients shine through for a difference you can see. Visit CosequinEquine.com to learn more. This Training Buzz episode is a little bit different. We are bringing you a preview of training tips provided by Matt McLaughin that will be posted on DressageToday.com in the coming months. Matt spent many years in the equine entertainment industry and is a USDF bronze, silver, and gold medalist as well as a small R judge. He has trained many horses to the Grand Prix level. In this tip, he goes over his fundamental idea of ask, tell, demand, and the importance of ending a training session on a positive note. Look for the video version of this tip, along with many others, coming soon to DressageToday.com.
Hi everyone, I'm Matt McLaughin and this is Dressage Training Tips sponsored by Cosequin. The first tip we're going to discuss is going to be ask, tell, demand, and the 3-second training window, as well as ending on a positive note. All three are tied together. The ending on a positive note is the end of whether a horse responds to our ask, our tell, our demand. There's some kind of reward. How big of a reward? That depends on what you're trying to accomplish with the horse. If it's something very new like a flying change, the reward should be get off the horse. If it's something that the horse has been doing over and over and you're just trying to remind them that they've done the right thing, very small, subtle reward. When we talk about ask, tell, demand, we're talking about our aid, how we apply them. Quietly ask, and then we escalate. Maybe we'll add a little bit of spur, maybe a slight cluck, and then we'll get to the demand phase. And that's going to be much louder, maybe a stronger spur, maybe a tap or a touch or even a little bit harder tap with the whip. And I like to precede that also with a cluck. So for me, the whip is always preceded by a cluck. The point of that being is I want to eventually not have to use my whip. And I'm going to keep it very simple and tie that in with another very important piece of training dressage horses, and that's transitions. So for Princeton, who's a 14-year-old Hanoverian, wonderful adult amateur horse, but tied in with an adult amateur horse, he can be a little lazy. And I want him to always be a little sharper off the aid. Good boy. So this is his first transition of the day. So I don't know what's going to happen. I'm going to guess that he's going to try to go a little braced against my hands. He's not going. So right there was ask, tell, demand all wrapped up into one. I asked him with my calves. I told him to go with my spur. And then I demanded he go with my whip. Now we'll see what happens when I ask again. Put the calves on, nothing, spur, a little bit of grunting, but we've got a horse going forward. Good boy. Part of ask, tell, demand is also a 3-second training window. I have to reward him or I have to escalate within 3 seconds. Beyond that, and the horses just have a hard time understanding. So, calf, a little bit of spur better. Good boy. Now he's starting to feel a little bit more energetic underneath me. So we'll see if he goes just off the calf. Good boy. Good. Reward, good boy. Excellent, son. Good boy. Ask, adding calf. Good. And the reward. Good boy. We always want to think of ending on a positive note also. That was better. I'm going to let him have a little bit of a stretch. He understood. We had to start with ask, calves, tell, spur, demand, whip. Then each time got lighter and lighter until he finally went off the ask. We end on a positive note, good boy, and that was within 3 seconds of what our original request was.
We hope you enjoyed this bonus podcast. What would you like to learn about, and what tips would you like to hear? Email me, Stephanie, at sruff@equinenetwork.com or reach out to us on social media. Remember, go to ondemand.dressagetoday.com and enter promo code DTPodcast to save 15% off your subscription to our online catalog. Thanks for listening.